Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. I'm Donis Wilkinson-Keynes. The patients and the staff of the Alexandra Hospital received a gift of locally produced food on Tuesday, March 30th. The timely donation was made by the Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Agriculture.
We figured, we want to honor and respect the persons on the front line, those from the Ministry of Health who have been leading this fight against COVID-19. In our support for these efforts, we recognize that there's no security, no national security, no health security without food security. So we decided that we should be able to make this donation of some food items just to make sure that too many other resources are not expended on food. And as such, we're here today to present these items to the Ministry of Health. Further, I would have indicated to a farmer that, that this is what we're doing. And he said, oh man, come of course. And Mr. Daniel Arthurton of Nevis Hydro Gardens would have donated some lettuce, some eggplant, as well as some cherry tomatoes. And that is his effort in helping to fight this dreaded disease and to respect and pay tribute to our healthcare workers who are leading this fight.
Director of the Department of Agriculture, Randy Elliott, made the presentation.
What you have here coming from the Department of Agriculture along with farmers is some well over 700 pounds of food that we are contributing to the healthcare. We have been indicating for the past few weeks that food is on the island of Nevis. There's no need to panic shop or anything like that because we have food here on the island of Nevis. We try to select a number of crops that would help to boost the immune system of your patients and also of your staff. So on the behalf of the Department and Ministry of Agriculture, we just like to hand over these items to you, and we just hope that it is not the last of our contribution to the ministry because we are in this together.
The items were accepted by nutritionist Vernice Blackett and Chanel Mills of the Administrative Department of the Alexandra Hospital.
I'd like to thank the Department of Agriculture, Ministry and Department of Agriculture for this abundance of supplies or food that they have presented to the hospital. So on behalf of the patients and the staff of the Alexandra Hospital, management, of course, we'd like to say a big thank you to the Ministry and Department of Agriculture.
Meantime, a similar presentation was made to the members of the security forces.
As frontline persons, members of the security forces enforce what we are seeing now, a curfew in St. Kitts and Nevis. We believe if they're hungry, they will not serve the best. So we are stepping up and doing our part to ensure that we have national security and ensuring the soldiers and members of the national security forces have food security. And we are here to make this donation of items that we would have produced at agriculture. And of course, we have a smaller donation from a farmer who we believe want to support the efforts and to ensure that we avert and do as much as possible to mitigate the current health crisis that we're in.
This token here is well over 400 pounds in food, and again it's a mixture of fruits, vegetables, because we want to ensure that although our team is outside ensuring that the curfew and ensuring that our people are kept safe, we want to ensure that our security forces are well fed. We want to ensure that they're able to build their immune system properly. And this, what we have here, is not the first, but it's just a small token from the department to show our appreciation of the efforts that you have been doing here on the island of Nevis. And again, we have some small portions here from farmers. We do encourage other farmers to just step on board to ensure that our security forces are well fed as we go through this time of the COVID-19 virus.
Inspector Alonso Carty of the Royal St. Christopher and the Nevis Police Force accepted the donation.
On behalf of the entire team, the national security team, and of course the Commissioner of Police and the rest of the High Command, also our Superintendent David here in Nevis, and gazetted officers and the entire rank and file of the Nevis Division, we want to say a heartfelt thank you to the Ministry of Agriculture. As we know, we are in difficult times, and of course the police would need to eat. And of course, this is a time when we are most likely to be on reserve and we have to spend long hours here at the police station. So, of course, in order to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, we need healthy food, and we are indeed grateful for some healthy food, healthy produce, local produce, I understand. And so once again, thank you to the entire team at the Ministry of Agriculture. Thank you very much.
Also present were representatives of the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force and the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, who will also benefit from the gift. Working with friends and partners in the Republic of China, Taiwan, the Embassy of St. Kitts and Nevis in Taiwan has donated 3 life-saving ventilators to the Federation to aid in the fight against the outbreak and for treatment of COVID-19. The type of ventilator sourced was decided after Her Excellency Jasmine Huggins, Ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis in Taiwan, sought the advice of the Taipei Veterans General Hospital. The machines were purchased by friends and associates, including ASE Cultural and Educational Foundation, after urgent request by Ambassador Huggins. The generous donations of the Vela ventilator machines have an approximate cost of $19,000 each. The ambassador said because of the embassy's location in Asia, they noted at the early stage of the pandemic how quickly health systems were being overwhelmed and learned of the need for equipment and of the shortage of ventilators due to the rapid spread of the disease. The embassy therefore reached out to several friends to solicit the donations. She said the embassy is profoundly grateful that without hesitation, the responses were positive and their generosity will always be remembered by the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Ambassador Huggins further noted that the COVID-19 pandemic has placed a tremendous strain on healthcare services the world over, and the embassy was extremely fortunate to be able to source a supplier and to work with friends to get the ventilators to the Federation as quickly as possible. Still to come, Taiwan shares its expertise on COVID-19 with St. Kitts and Nevis. The details after this break. Welcome back. On Friday, March 27th, students and nationals from St. Kitts and Nevis were given the opportunity to learn more about COVID-19 from Huang Yingqi, a medical doctor from Taipei Veterans General Hospital, at an information session hosted by the Embassy of St. Kitts and Nevis in the Republic of China, Taiwan. The session was live streamed on YouTube to allow a maximum number of persons to hear directly from Dr. Huang, while 6 students also visited the embassy to participate in the very important event. Recognizing the onslaught of misinformation pervading social media and the airwaves, Her Excellency Jasmine Huggins reached out to Taipei Veterans General Hospital for assistance and asked for a doctor to be made available to make a presentation to students and nationals about COVID-19. We have in the Federation ongoing projects with the hospital, so we are appreciative of this extension of the assistance to the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis here in Taiwan, Ambassador Huggins said. Additionally, because it was felt that some persons would have preferred to reduce their travel on public transportation at this moment, that live streaming on YouTube was a good option. The video was made available for later viewing by those who were unable to participate at that time. An invitation to join the live stream was also extended to other ambassadors and students in Taiwan from diplomatic allies from the Caribbean. After Dr. Huang's presentation, there was an interactive session during which many persons had the opportunity to ask questions and hear responses from Dr. Huang. A video conference on COVID-19 between Chai Mei Medical Center in Taiwan and the JNF General Hospital in St. Kitts and Nevis was held Monday, March 30th at the Ministry of Health in Bastia. The five-party video conference was organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for the purpose of sharing COVID-19 prevention measures with Taiwan's 4 Caribbean diplomatic allies, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Belize. Important topics on fighting against COVID-19 were discussed in the conference, ranging from protective measures and equipment for medical personnel, emergency intubation, to infection control measures. Participants in St. Kitts and Nevis included Taiwan's resident ambassador Tom Lee and embassy staffers, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson, medical chief of staff of JNF General Hospital, and the hospital's medical staff. In St. Kitts and Nevis, the Taiwan Embassy has provided assistance to the government of St. Kitts and Nevis in having Taiwanese experts review the official COVID-19 preparation plans and procuring essential medical equipment. The embassy has announced that it will donate 10,000 masks, 4,000 N95 medical masks, and 6,000 ordinary masks to the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. In addition, the Taiwan Technical Mission in St. Kitts and Nevis has been taking measures in cooperation with the Ministry of Agriculture to enhance food security. The embassy reassures that at this difficult time, Taiwan is a good partner on whom St. Kitts and Nevis can rely. The embassy says it will continue to work closely with the government of St. Kitts and Nevis in this fight against COVID-19. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing.
Covering the cough. No cough in the ever like this. The coronavirus is bad. So there is one thing we can do. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands.
Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. To keep away the flu, there is one thing we must do. Wash our hands, wash our hands, wash our hands.